Hello and welcome everyone, Lionheart here, and today I'm taking a look at the XFX 1250 watt Pro PSU. It's in fact their black edition. It's fully modular. Now some of you are going to be looking at this thinking, crap, 1250 watts, that is overkill. Lionheart, what sort of, graphics cards are you plugging into this thing that you need that much power? Well, XFX were kind enough to contact me and, say we'd like to do like a PSU swap. Whatever you've got, we'll match it or do better, basically. Swap out so you've got a brand new PSU to put in your system. Now this actually came at a good time. If you've been watching my videos over the last couple of months, you may have heard me complaining that every so often my PC just would randomly shut off, and that is my PSU slowly dying on me. It's a Corsair brand, but I had a look because Corsair normally very reliable, very efficient. And I look, and I thought I'd only had it a couple of years. I've actually had that PSU nearly 6 years, so no wonder it's, well, not no wonder, but I think that's a pretty good lifespan for the product. XFX here, very reliable as well. They've got 80+ gold certification on this unit, which means that it has up to 90% power efficiency at typical load with this unit. But yeah, lots of reliability with the XFX brand. I've had friends that have used them in the past, never heard a problem with that. Now, with most PSUs, you'll be looking around and you'll be like, Lionheart, I found this cheap PSU, it's £20 for 700 watts. I'm going to get it. No! Don't do it. I've done that myself, £20, so like $30 on a cheap PSU, a brand that I hadn't ever heard of. Sounded too good to be true, and it was, because they're just not efficient enough and they don't carry the right number of volts or the amps that are advertised, because they don't have the efficiency basically to deliver that consistently. And I nearly took out my motherboard and my graphics card when I used one of these cheap ones, and in fact the PSU died after a couple of days of just trying to run some games with it. I swapped out to a well-known brand, spent probably double what I'd spent on the £20 PSU, but it's lasted a very long time. So XFX have given me this. I haven't actually popped this into my main PC. I've tested it out on my Bobcat test rig machine, but I'm actually, I think, being sent a new case to use in the next month or so. So I'm actually holding off plopping this bad boy into my main PC until then. But if you keep following my channel, if you subscribe to my channel, you'll see a video in about a month's time, probably, maybe less than that, when I get this new case, and I'll be kind of probably doing a PC build video then of me plopping all the components in, and this will be going in because overkill and it looks nice. And yeah, it's going to deliver everything I need, future-proofing me to crap, because obviously this is Crossfire and SLI ready, as you can probably see on the box down here, and it can actually support 4 graphics cards. So this one in particular, the Pro 1250 watt, is most certainly going to be more for the enthusiast, the extreme PC builder out there that needs a lot of power for a lot of GPUs. But XFX have a full range of PSUs. You can find a link to them in the description, and you can take a look at their 700 watt PSUs, which will probably be more than enough for most people running single, maybe even dual card solutions. But if you need that extra power, then a Pro 1250 watt PSU may well be the PSU you're looking for. I should say this is more of a kind of an overview video than a direct review, because as I said, I plugged it into my Bobcat machine, turned it all on, plugged it, it works. With a PSU, there's not too many functions and features, but I will be letting you know what's specific about this XFX one. But yeah, essentially, if it turns on and it powers my machine, job done, well done. So it doesn't exactly need a score or anything like that, so we're going to be overviewing it. So anyway, finally we're getting rid of the box. Goodbye box. And I've actually kind of got all the stuff that came out of that box here, as you can see. So we've got the PSU here, and then we've got cables on top, and then we've got more cables underneath. But first of all, I'm going to show you the actual PSU itself, the actual unit. So here you go. As I said, it's fully modular. So you have no cables whatsoever coming out the back, which is great, especially, I mean, looking at my case now, I don't have a modular PSU in there. It is a mess of cables. I've tried my best with cable management, but stuff like this really helps, because any extra cables you don't need, you just, you don't even put them in to start with. So you only plug in the cables you need. So it's got plenty of CPU, motherboard, PCIe connectors all along here and there as well. So you've got plenty of power options there. You know, you're not going to run out. All the cables in the box, I'll show you them in a moment. They all connect in here and connect up to whatever you've got plugged in. Your motherboard, obviously, your graphics card, you know, everything else that you need. You've got power straight out the back here. Also, you do have this power, well, not power switch, but a switch here which activates two different fan modes. One is the normal fan mode and one is the hybrid. And what the hybrid fan mode tries to do, well, actually successfully does actually, is below 20% load, the fan on the PSU won't spin up. It will remain idle, it will remain quiet. Over 20% load, it will start spinning up, but no louder than 16 decibels to 50% load on your PC. Anything higher than that, obviously, it will scale up with a curve there. But if you're trying to keep a cool PC, say if your CPU is already water-cooled, maybe you've even got a water-cooled graphics card in there or something like that, and you've got kind of minimum sounds coming out of your PC and you want it to remain as quiet as possible, which for a YouTuber is actually quite an important thing. You don't want to allow PC if you're using lots of sensitive audio equipment and microphones and things like that. So it's actually really good. When I plugged it into the Bobcat machine, couldn't hear it at all. Didn't even know to, you know, I wouldn't even know it's probably on by the fact that the PC light's on, obviously, that I'm using the PC itself. So yeah, I really like the fact they've got that switch there. You know, no need for any kind of software interface or configuration with it. That's fine, just a little switch there. And for most people, hybrid mode, you're going to want to have that that on. If you have it off and it's on normal, then obviously it'll operate normally. It's not a loud PSU though, so you know, even on normal, you're not going to really hear it at all. But obviously, you may want to have it on normal if your ambient temperatures where your PC sat are higher than normal. Also, I should say that 20% CPU load, that's when temperatures are below 25 degrees. Or 25 degrees and lower, that's Celsius. So obviously it will scale up higher than that as well though. But that should be fine. And it's nice that they've got that hybrid feature in there. I like that. So obviously you've got that huge fan on here, obviously to help keep it cool. Now another feature of this PSU is its solid link technology, which actually means that it has less wires in here, which reduces the heat. You know, it's not all clustered together. It's obviously difficult to get a good look in there, but and some people probably look at it and go, looks like it's the same as, you know, any other PSU I've looked at. That's fair enough. But yeah, it's got less wires in there to, again, kind of improve airflow, reduce the heat, so that this is not adding to any more heat in your PC. Plus with that hybrid fan mode, you know, it's working to create a good quiet cooling solution for you. It's also got extreme heat tested capacitors. They're Japanese made, and I believe they got up to, or they can take heats of up to, or they've been tested up to rather, heats of 105 degrees Celsius. So they can really take some punishment. Obviously you don't want to, you know, punish them that hard. 105 degrees, that would be a bit much. It also works on a clean power system, so that if you do have kind of a fluctuating power source into the PSU, this helps to regulate that out to the rest of your PC so that you're not getting spikes in voltage and everything like that, so that, you know, you're not risking the rest of your components in your PC. Nice one, XFX. So yeah, I mean, big point on reliability and, you know, just consistent power, you know, out from the unit, continuous power all the way through, so that you get, you know, the best experience. And, you know, the PSUs are often, I think, probably an afterthought for a lot of people when they're building a PC, but really, you know, this should be, if you're trying to save money for a more powerful GPU or something like that, and you're gonna skimp on a good PSU, do it the other way. Seriously, save for a couple more months for a better GPU. Get a solid PSU to start with, because you'll only regret it later if everything else blows, and you don't want that. So, I'm just trying to think of some of the other features it's got here. It's got a huge, obviously, because it can potentially support 4 graphics cards, it's got a huge 12 volt rail. And you can see all the specifications on the top here. And the 12 volt rail itself actually has 104 amps. That may not mean a lot to many of you, but if you're savvy with PSUs and their technology and, you know, what they can do. That is a lot of amps, and that will power a lot of graphics card. So that's good. It does also come with a 5-year limited warranty. Again, XFX, you know, committed to reliability with their products. So if you have any problems with it, you can get some good support from them as well. Well, that's pretty much, you know, probably drawn out what I can look at with this PSU, because at the end of the day, it is a power supply, but it's, you know, it's got a lot of cool features. You can find out loads more about it on the website if you want to know, you know, specifically all, you know, all the technologies that are involved in this unit and XFX's other PSUs in their range. But I thought I'd show you all the cables first before we wrap up this kind of overview and look at the XFX PSU. I'm just going to plop it down there. It is heavy as well, but then, you know, you're not going to be lifting that. But most PSUs are. So you've got a couple of screws in the bag to obviously help mount it, I would assume. So these are all the PCIe cables from the box. You've also got the power adapter there. It's all good, pretty standard. They're all in black with a sleeve over the cables, so one, cable management's easy, and obviously it protects them a little bit as well. That's nice. The PSU obviously is black, so these being black makes sense. I know they've actually got a kind of a little bit, you probably can't see the PSU just over here, they've got a little bit of silver on the side, so maybe the cables being silver might have been kind of a cool choice. I don't know. Again, that is purely an aesthetic thing, makes no difference to the performance, so that's just, you know, you can actually get, I think, extra cables separately in whatever colours you want from third-party sites and things like that. So if you are going for a kind of a colour scheme PC, which if you're probably pumping, you know, 1,250 watts, you may well be going for a nice colour coordinated build. Just thoughts. But yeah, cables, they're good, PCIe ones. And then we have this box here, which has even more cables in it. So you're not shy of cables. They have provided absolutely everything you need. So obviously you've got all the ones for your DVD and hard drives and what have you here. Nice little XFX sticker on there saying play hard. I will. And then you've got even more. You've got CPU cables. You've got your motherboard power cable. And another CPU cable. So good. So yeah, everything you need in the box. Plenty of cables. You are not going to run out of any of them. What's this one here? Oh, we've got another one here. Yeah, plenty of power adapters and everything that you could need for your fans and stuff like that. They're all good. Everything you need in the box. So that's where we're going to wrap up this overview of the XFX Pro 1250 watt PSU. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have any questions about the PSU or about XFX, you know, other PSUs and stuff, you can have a look in the description and you'll take you to the website where they go over all their technologies that they use in their units, in their PSUs, and feel free to ask me any questions about this one in particular. If you are looking forward to seeing it all plugged in and set up, in about a month's time I will be doing, hopefully with this new case, a build with my PC, probably some upgrades and stuff like that then. So yeah, stuff's going to happen, and this will be powering my new rig. So future-proofing wise, this will most definitely be a time when Lionheart goes into multi-GPU solutions and seeing how that powers everything. So that would also give me a chance to try out some 4K. Yeah, should be good fun. But yes, so let me know your thoughts on PSUs. Have you had any PSU horror stories? Has yours set on fire, exploded? Well, probably, you know, just taken out other units. What are your horror stories with PSUs? Have you used an XFX PSU before? What do you think of them? Let me know in the comments. Cheers again to XFX for sending this over for me to obviously swap out my old one, which is slowly dying on me. And I can't wait to put this into my new my new build soon. So until next time, guys, don't forget to comment and subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter, take pride and join the Legion. Check out my affiliates and sponsors, XMG and Green Man Gaming, links are in the description. Until next time, ciao for now.